Hi there, this is Steph there, and welcome to Wrestling Time Pusher. It is Friday, September 5th, 2025, and today I'll be talking about Friday Night SmackDown, but joining me for this review is none other than Michael 101591.
How you doing, guys? Thank you to Datila once again for having me on, and she's rocking the new hairstyle I see.
Yeah, thanks. It's always a pleasure having you on.
Of course.
All right, so I wanted to bring you on because there was so much speculation and so many rumors that AJ Lee was going to return tonight after being away from 10 years. Now, you had such low expectations. You were like, oh, she's not going to show. I don't want to get my hopes up. And let's see. I also said Patrick Williams. Let's talk about it. Yep. Let's talk about it. So,
or Cody Rhodes. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Yeah. But you know what? They sold, I believe this was a sold out show, right?
Yeah.
They sold out this show in Chicago, the Allstate Arena, on a pure rumor. Nobody said that AJ Lee was going to be there, but everyone and their mothers was like, "Oh, she's going to show up." Nobody said she was going to show up.
Like what Datila said, I kept my expectations low. I didn't want to prepare myself to be disappointed.
Like they said in the movie Dodgeball, aim low.
And I still haven't watched that movie.
Okay.
Even though Datila wants me to.
Mm-hmm. So honestly, there was a part of me that kind of didn't want her to show up tonight just because I wanted to see the meltdown on Twitter. I wanted to see a riot in Chicago.
Imagine if they pulled a Rhea Ripley in there.
No lie. I kind of thought that maybe she wasn't going to show, and I thought that maybe they were just going to announce her.
Yeah, that would have been a disappointment, though.
Right?
I'm like, there's no other way that you could do this without AJ Lee. If it was somebody else, that would have been a massive fail on WWE's part.
That's true. That's true. It would have been. I thought it was going to be kind of like a twist. Like I was like, oh, somebody else is going to come out, and then it's going to be AJ at the end.
Or as Datila messaged me, he was like, imagine if Becky came out and it was AJ Lee's music, and Becky came out and pretty much tricked everybody in the crowd.
Yeah, I wanted her to pull a Kevin Owens. Remember when he came out dressed as Stone Cold to Stone Cold Steve? I wanted her to do something like that. Like I have Becky Lynch throw Chicago. I was so like, oh my God, is she gonna show? Is she gonna show? Is she gonna show? I was just glued. I put my phone down. I didn't even tweet. My eyes were just glued to that screen because I didn't want to miss it. And
I didn't tweet either.
It didn't disappoint. She's back after 10 years. And it's funny, though, because CM Punk was gone after 10 years. He came back after almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, she still looks the same. Here she was.
She still skipped around.
Yeah. She still skipped around.
Would say, vintage AJ Lee.
She traded her Chuck Taylors for Vans, it seems.
Yeah. I was expecting she would come out with the Chucks.
Maybe she will.
Yeah, in the match.
Let me see. The moment Becky got involved, I knew they got AJ. Otherwise, the crowd in Icy would have been disappointed. That's what I'm seeing. Like, I wanted to see the meltdown. I wanted to see the look on everybody's face when AJ didn't show up. I wanted to see a riot in Chicago.
I would have wanted to see the meltdown on Twitter as well.
I'd be laughing. Right? But this was great. My one complaint that I did have was I felt like this was a rehash of the Monday Night Raw angle. And I felt like they were taking a little bit of a time to get to AJ.
Yeah, the whole with Becky slapping CM Punk again. I'm like, we just saw this on Monday.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I also thought that Becky was gonna play AJ's music, like, oh my God, she's here, and then laugh like, oh, she's just trolling Chicago. You know?
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah. But everything worked out the way it was supposed to work out.
Like you said, like you thought that it stalled. I think that it was a good setup for her to come out, like get everybody in the moment. Like, oh, let's they're building it up to something good, and to get the crowd hyped,
Yeah.
and it paid off.
It did. It did. It did. That moment, AJ returning, I don't think anyone's gonna forget September 5th, 2025, the return of AJ Lee. Just her
That's why
just
I
sitting
said.
there.
That's why I said in my review, mark down the date.
See, like she still looks the same that she did 10 years ago.
Yeah, she hasn't aged a bit. And
No,
I
she
met her. And I
hasn't.
met her back in March.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at a convention. She
Oh,
was
New
like,
York Comic Con.
no, it was actually the big event. It's a wrestling convention that they do where some of the old school talent like wrestlers are at. Like
Hmm.
I met Eric Bischoff there. I saw Rikishi. Lita
Hmm.
was there. Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, and AJ was there.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
I stood in the line for about an hour.
I think I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, I stood in the line for an hour. The line wrapped from where she was signing all the way to the entrance exit door.
Wow.
And me and my friend were waiting in line all that time. And I was like, no, I'm not getting off of this line. I came to meet AJ. I want to stay on this line. And shockingly, I didn't have to go to the bathroom, and I wasn't hungry on the line. And while I was on the line, I got Eric Bischoff there, like talked to him for a bit, and they saved my place in line for AJ still.
Oh, that's cool.
And here is the photo.
Hold on. Triple H did survivor moments, unlike Vince. Ironically, Becky joined the main roster the senior AJ retired. Oh, we're going to talk about that right now. Okay,
Here's
show
the
your
photo.
That is cool. That is fucking cool. How much did she charge for the photo?
I think it was like, I can't remember. I think it was like maybe like 100 and something.
Oh, it's gonna be double that now.
Yeah.
It's like Will Ospreay and Okada. When I met them, it was 50 each. I'm sure it's more now.
That must have been awesome of you to see Ospreay and Okada.
It was. Thank God I went to Hard to Kill 2024.
But when I got up to her, I said that she was my favorite. I said, I hope you come back to WWE at some point. And she was like, it's a possibility.
Yeah, never. If there's one thing we've learned the last 6 years is never say never.
And then after that, I was excited. She was excited as well. She gave me a hug.
Oh, that's really cool.
She's a very nice. She's a very nice person.
Yeah, I bet. I've heard.
Very
I've
humble.
heard that she is. So I have to say, one thing that I also liked about this segment was that commentary stayed quiet. They didn't ruin the moment by talking over it. They just stayed quiet, and she just was just soaking in the moment. And as if you were watching at home or you were there live, you were just soaking in the moment because commentary just stayed absolutely quiet. And when they did talk, I really like the fact that Michael Cole referenced her book, Crazy is Your Superpower. That was really dope.
Yeah, my friend actually got to meet her. Like I think it was like before like COVID when her book came out. So he got a copy of her book and got a selfie with her.
Nice. I have to say, like, after 10 years, it's just so surreal. One thing that I've always been frustrated and annoyed with is the fact that AJ was never given proper credit for all the things that she did for the women's division in WWE. I feel like WWE worked so hard to erase AJ Lee that they always gave the Bella Twins credit for the women's evolution when AJ was just as responsible for the women's evolution.
Yeah.
she was a catalyst for the women's evolution. She called out Stephanie McMahon. She, I think, was the first woman to get merch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the fact that they never gave her credit and her proper like due. I hope that now that she receives her flowers, she did a lot at a time when women's wrestling was just a joke in the WWE. She really was a trailblazer for to change women's wrestling in WWE.
Well, I guess because like her name was Harley brought up was because she uh, she's with CM Punk, and
Yeah,
WWE didn't want to acknowledge Punk because of him walking out of the company.
yeah, and her title reign was erased immediately. With Nikki Bella is recognized as the longest reigning Divas champion,
And they
but
just saw AJ as just as a diva. Of
yeah.
course, the whole butterfly Divas Championship belt.
hmm and like how I point out, Becky joined just a few months after AJ retired, so AJ didn't even get to reap the benefits of the changes that she strived to make. And now I hope that, I don't know if this is a one-time thing, but if it is, like, this is going to be great. I'm really excited for that mixed tag match.
Yeah, I think this will only be a one-time thing for AJ.
If it's not, I would can start making dream matches for AJ Lee. I will say that, but who knows? I think maybe she wants to wait and see how this mixed tag match goes. But
Well,
I'm excited.
there was a video that was on social media where Triple H gave AJ a contract and she signed it, but who knows if what it is for? Is it just for the match, one-time thing, or is it a part-time contract? We don't
Yeah,
know.
it could be part time, it could be full time. Like you said, it could just be for the match. I guess we have to wait and find out. But I'm really excited. I can't wait for this mixed tag match.
Yeah, it's gonna be good at WrestlePalooza. I'd like to see how AJ does in the ring after being away for 10 years. Hopefully, she shows no signs of ring rust on her because she looks good. She looked buff.
Yeah,
That's what we saw
that's
tonight.
probably why it's a mixed tag match. Because it's her first match in almost 10 years. Let me see. I says IDK Triple H. He posted a video. AJ signing a contract. I was singing
Yeah,
AJ Lee versus Roxanne Perez. Yeah, that's a dream
rematch there.
match. Yeah. When Punk left, it overshadowed her remaining years. Those CM Punk chants. Yeah, that's true. It did. So, but I'm excited. I can't wait to see what we're in store for you.
Yeah, I can't wait for what's in store as well. I mean, if this is not a one-time thing, start like you said, start booking the dream matches.
Right? If it's not a one time thing, let the dream
AJ Lee
matches
versus
begin.
AJ Lee versus Roxanne Perez, as Christopher said. AJ Lee versus Rhea Ripley.
AJ Lee versus Bailey, AJ Lee versus Io Sky, Stephanie Bucket, Bonnie Mercedes was still in WWE, Sasha Banks. Oh my God. Let the dream matches begin.
And Tony Khan is probably now crying tonight.
Yeah.
And
All
all
right.
out, all
Uh huh.
out, all out is officially dead now that AJ Lee is back. I think WrestlePalooza is going to be the PLE of that weekend.
Yeah.
All out's going to
Definitely.
pale in comparison to WrestlePalooza now.
Oh yeah. All right. So SmackDown kicked off with John Cena. As you know, they released John Cena's schedule. So this tonight was John Cena's final appearance and final match on SmackDown. He
And
basically opened the in Chicago. He'll basically open the show with a heartfelt promo. This was really great. I actually really dug what he was saying. Um, Sami Zayn interrupts, and this leads to a U.S. Open challenge. If you remember, way back in 2015, John Cena was doing the U.S. Open challenge, which Sami Zayn made his debut face during the U.S. Open challenge. So this leads into the U.S. Open challenge, Sami Zayn versus John Cena. As we know, John Cena gave Sami Zayn his blessing
yeah,
to go forward with the US Open Challenge. And this was a really great match. John Cena paying homage to Kevin Owens with the pop-up powerbomb, Randy Orton with an attempt at an RKO, and Kurt Angle with the Olympic Slam.
the
He
ankle
debuted in
slam and the
the Angle
ankle
Slam,
lock
yeah. Uh,
and the ankle lock as well.
Ankle lock, yeah. John Cena debuted in SmackDown, and he and his SmackDown match in
Back in
Chicago.
2002.
Yeah. I was 9 when he debuted, and I'm 32 now. That should tell you how long he's been in the game.
I remember watching that match live
Yeah.
on SmackDown. John Cena comes out there. Kurt Angle's like, "Oh, who are you?" And then Cena's like, "Oh, I'm John Cena." And Kurt Angle's like, "What are you here for?" Ruthless aggression. Then he slaps Kurt Angle.
Yeah. All right. So this was actually a really great match. They gave this match time.
This was all set up for Brock Lesnar to return.
Oh, I know. I was getting there. So Brock Lesnar comes out, he costs John Cena the match, and then he challenges John Cena to a match at WrestlePalooza. We saw this coming.
Yeah, there was rumors saying that Brock Lesnar was going to show up on SmackDown, and the rumors were proven true.
Their day on September 20th. Yeah, that's true. WrestleMania. It's going to hit us when he retires the shorts. Ooh, don't say that. Oh, God, that's going to hit big time.
I told my buddy Noah, who you know, that does the Bell Call podcast with me, that we should go live for a special podcast after John Cena's last match. And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to be all tearing up and everything." But
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that would be a good idea if we went live for a Bell Call podcast after Saturday night's main event of his last match.
So what do you think of John Cena's promo and his US Open Challenge match?
I thought his promo was very good. Of course, WWE and like in John Cena's promo here is not going to acknowledge that he was a heel, earlier in the year at
where's that Men in Black where's that neutralizer?
Yeah. His heel turn was an absolute failure.
Unfortunately, it was. I hate to admit it.
I'm like, it absolutely went nowhere.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin's heel turn in 2001, where he turned heel on The Rock at WrestleMania 17, and he was heel, and then he just became a comedy act.
Oh yeah.
And I think of that with John Cena here. It had the same effects. Although John Cena wasn't
Io says I blame Dwayne. Yeah.
Although John Cena wasn't comedic like Austin was. Nope. But yeah, that's all due to The Rock with John Cena's heel turn.
Yeah.
But
I just subscribe on my phone and iPad. Oh, thanks you for subscribing.
But his match with Sami Zayn, I thought it was very good here. Although we all knew that Brock Lesnar was going to show up.
Yeah.
So pretty much the match ended in a no contest, and Sami Zayn is still the champion.
Now that explains why he beat Solo Sikoa for the title.
Mm-hmm. Solo Sikoa wasn't doing nothing with the title.
That's true, he wasn't. All right, so after this, we get a Melo do Miz segment, and basically, like, the Miz wants a match for the tag titles, but it seems like Carmelo Hayes really doesn't want that.
I don't care about any of this.
Honestly, it's sad. It's really sad, and I mentioned this before, and as you know, I've mentioned this. Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker, they're booking night and day. Completely night and days. Look at how Braun Breaker's booked. Look how Carmelo's booked.
Braun Breaker's being booked a whole lot better than Carmelo Hayes.
Exactly. And wasn't Carmelo Hayes the number 1 SmackDown draft pick?
Yeah.
And what has he done since then? He had a best of series with Andrade, but what has he done since then?
Being a lackey to the Miz.
Mm-hmm.
And that just brought him down.
Yeah.
He needs to get away from the Miz. They need to break Carmelo Hayes away from the Miz.
So afterwards, we get Aleister Black versus Damian Priest. I actually thought this was pretty good. Pretty decent match. With Damian Priest taking the L here.
Unfortunately, I don't mind that. I don't mind Priest taking an L, but Aleister Black needed the win.
Yeah, he did. He did need the win. I have to say, because like if he didn't win here, it would be kind of like he came back and what has he done?
Yeah, he needed something.
He did. All right, and then last but certainly not least, this was technically the main event match. It was a women's U.S. title match, Julia versus Michin.
I didn't
I,
care.
I felt for the women because Julia's actually pretty talented, and so is Michin, but the crowd just totally was not into this. They
This
were
was the weak,
just, huh?
This was the weakest match of the night.
Not only that, but you could tell the crowd was just like, oh, hurry up so that they can get to the AJ, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Julia hasn't defended the Women's United States Championship at all. I think this is the first time.
A second, actually.
A second. I don't remember what the first time she defended the title.
Mm-hmm. And you know what the sad part is? Chelsea Green worked so hard to make that title mean something, and now look what it's done. Nothing. They should have just kept the title on Chelsea Green. She at least made the title entertaining.
Yeah, I like Julia. I think she's good in the ring. I've liked her ever since NXT, but taking the title off of Chelsea Green was just a big mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
Io says Michin gets too many shots at that belt. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she does. Zelina Vega.
Yeah, where's Zelina Vega been?
Yeah. You know, no lie. I kind of thought, and I forgot to mention this, during the Aleister Black Damian Priest match, I kind of thought, okay, maybe Zelina Vega is going to come out and we're going to have another husband-wife duo. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I agree too. Chelsea got that title more TV time. Exactly. And it's just sad. It's really sad that the U.S. Women's title match is kind of just there now.
Yeah, it's just another title.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure, just real quick, just go back to AJ Lee real quick. I'm pretty sure if AJ Lee does stick around, could she be challenging Becky Lynch for that Intercontinental title? Probably.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything else you want to see or talk about? Because that was pretty much it.
Well, you had the stuff with Tiffany Stratton where she's going to defend the women's championship against Jade Cargill, with her saying, you know, that Jade Cargill's foot will be right up hers, and all.
I guess you can't say ass on TV.
Yeah, and then Jade Cargill's watching from the back. Nia Jax comes up to her. I'm like, are we really doing this? With Nia Jax probably getting another shot after Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill go at it. I'm like, come on. Really, Nia Jax?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... And then the stupid cringe segment with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, where Charlotte is waiting to be cleared in the trainer's room. And then Alexa's like, oh, it's me and Dr. Lily. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this looked like something out of
a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
And then Charlotte Flair is talking to Lily. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Cringe. Io says, sorry, AEW sickos.
Sorry. I repeat, they're on September 20th. Yeah, best SmackDown in a long time. Sorry, AEW sickos. I'm going to say I slightly kind of disagree with this just because of some of the segments here. I feel like the whole AJ Lee and John Cena stuff kind of carried the Tonight Show. If it wasn't for those two things, this totally would be like, oh.
And another positive, this show flew by fast.
It did. It did, honestly.
There
was only 3 matches on tonight's show.
It didn't feel boring like how it is every single week.
Yeah. But overall, I thought this was a pretty decent SmackDown. But again, it says a lot. It says a lot that the best things on here were John Cena and AJ Lee.
Yeah.
I think if you take John Cena and AJ Lee out of this would just be your run-of-the-mill SmackDown. Yeah. A lot of people only cared about AJ Lee returning. So on a scale from a 1 to Sean Spears' perfect 10, what do you rank?
A perfect 10. No.
A perfect 10?
No. An 8 out of 10 for me.
I have to agree. This is an 8 out of 10 for me as well, just for the simple fact that I wasn't a huge fan of the U.S. women's title match, and again, the John Cena stuff and the AJ Lee stuff was the best part of tonight's show.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else you want to see before we get ready to sign off?
Not really. I'm just looking forward to WrestlePalooza, and any of you that live in New York, WWE just announced today that Monday Night Raw is going to be at Madison Square Garden in November. So hopefully, I'll probably get a chance to maybe attend.
You should go.
The Garden tickets are the tickets at the Garden are so expensive.
I bet.
So this is going to be John Cena's final time at MSG.
Oh yeah.
November 17th is when Monday Night Raw will be at the Garden.
Is that the go-home show to Survivor Series? I see.
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's not. Survivor Series is the 29th.
Oh, okay. So
the go-home show is the following Monday.
The week after will be the go-home show because before MSG, that other week, it's going to be in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be at the TD Garden.
Yeah. All right, Michael. Where can people find you?
Well, you guys can find me at my channel here, Michael101591. I do WWE reviews, Monday Night Raw every Monday, SmackDown every Friday. After we are done with Datila's live stream, hop over to my channel for my SmackDown review, where I go full in depth of the show, give my thoughts on AJ Lee's return and John Cena's promo, Brock Lesnar showing up. So check out my channel, watch my SmackDown review after this. Also, I do movie reviews, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K updates. I have old school commercials on my channel. Live streams here and there where I do the Bell Call podcast with me and my co-host Noah Kaser. Datila pops up on my live streams from time to time. So if you're a fan of Datila's channel here, come on over to my channel and subscribe to me.
I thought you were going to pull a Bob Barker and be like, come on down.
Come on down.
I mean, not Bob Barker, Drew Carey, sorry.
No, you were right. Bob Barker, may he rest in peace. Yeah. Original host of The Price is Right. Always says, come on down. So now Drew Carey does it. But you were right. It was Bob Barker originally.
All right. And as for yours truly, you can follow me on Twitter at @TheHill_. I talk wrestling and I am Power Rangers too. I am a Power Rangers fan, as you can see. I'm in the command center.
She's still trying to work up some Power Rangers material.
Yeah, I'm trying to stream Rita's Rewind on my Twitch channel. So when that's ready and all good to go, I'll let everybody know. But I'm still working out the kinks here.
I'm still trying to get Tilla to so at some point on my channel we watch VR Troopers. A whole podcast of that.
We are. Anybody watch VR Troopers in the chat? Let us know in the comment section or in the live chat if you watch VR Troopers and be big bad Beetleborgs.
I've seen a few episodes of Beetleborgs.
Or the new villains came on and blew away their powers. Beetleborgs were in a fix and now have gone metallic.
Until a big Saban fan of the earlier stuff.
Saban Entertainment.
Saban Entertainment.
All right. With that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. For the continued support, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell to get notified whenever I go live or with the same video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Yeah.